Thank you, Mr. President. To continue, I'd like to offer 7 very quick observations about the Paris climate talks. And the first is this: it's already a success. If you had told any knowledgeable observer that they were going to get 185 countries representing 97% of countries, 98% of emissions, and 150 heads of state in the same place at the same time, the most in history. If you had said that 2 years ago, that would have sounded wildly optimistic. We really are making progress. The second thing is that this is not going to require Senate approval. There have been more than 18,000 such agreements that our presidents in the past have entered into over time, not requiring Senate approval. The third thing, and this is important, but it shouldn't be overstated, it's not enough. If we want to hit the 2-degree Celsius target, this only gets us about 40% there. But 40% there is 40% there. We were at 0 3 weeks ago. And so getting 40% there, I think, is really important. I think the other thing that we've learned from other states, other counties, and other countries, and even in the private sector, is that once you unleash the power of clean energy on the private sector, there's no turning back. And so we anticipate being able to ratchet up these agreements every 3 to 5 years on an international basis. Number 4, it is way more than expected and way more than ever before. Number 5, I think we need to know that there are some pretty good accountability and transparency mechanisms in there. This was a key element of the negotiations that Secretary Kerry and the President himself have insisted upon. We need to know, look, the United States has a robust reporting mechanism. We know at the Public Utilities Commission level, at the regional level, we know exactly what our energy portfolio is. That's a little bit more of a challenge in the developing world, and so we had to develop a matrix so that we know that countries aren't cheating or they're not getting their own data wrong, and I feel satisfied that it's likely to hit those marks. Number 6, it's wildly popular in the United States. 2/3 of Americans support an international climate agreement. A bare majority of Republicans, a decisive majority of young Republicans, and decisive majorities of Democrats and independents support international climate action. And number 7 is this: people are going to try to undo this. They're going to do it through the Congressional Review Act. They're going to try to do it through the appropriations process. They're going to try to do it through the electoral process. And that is the democratic process, and that's okay. But there is no turning back, either legislatively, politically, or in terms of the momentum that we have in the private sector. And I'd like to introduce someone who has come at climate from a different perspective, as he always does, who's become a leader on these issues, who was an incredible asset during the weekend where we were in Paris, and that is the junior senator from New Jersey, Mr. Cory Booker.